The TAD Corporation was a video game developer and manufacturer of arcade games from 1988 until about 1993 when they went defunct and they went out of business. This particular company released less than 10 games total in the arcades. Some of these games you may have heard of. There's a good chance some of these games you may not have heard of. What's interesting about these games, or their lineup, is since they've gone out of business, obviously the intellectual property rights have changed hands. And now iiRcade has partnered with the current IP holders, and they announced today via press release, as well as on their GameDaze Livestream, that 4 of the TAD Corporation arcade games will be released and coming soon on their platform. One game in particular was released today, and that game was Toki, a fun platformer game, which you'll see here on the screen. You get to play as an ape. It's kind of like a run-and-gunner platformer. All kinds of different power-ups and humor and things like this. It does have online leaderboards, etc. for you to compete on the iiRcade platform. They did launch this particular game for $9.99 in their store. It's available now for purchase and download. I myself went ahead and I purchased it after I received the press release and after I saw their live stream today showing off this particular game. Some of the other games that will be coming to the platform, the other 3 games, will be Heated Barrel, Blood Brothers, which you see right here on the screen, as well as Cabal. A lot of these games are kind of like run-and-gunners or shooting games, and they all have their own unique style. A couple of them are Western games, etc. Overall, they look like some fun games to play. Are they the bangers we were hoping for? Maybe not. But over the last month, iiRcade has released several titles in their game store that have been modern or modern retro games. So it's nice to see that because this is an arcade console and they have many appetites to fill, many interests, many different opinions on what kind of games to get people to entice to purchase on their platform, it's nice to see that over the next couple of weeks, we will be receiving at least some classic arcade games for us all to check out. If you're a retro game lover, you'll probably enjoy these. If you take a look here, these games kind of remind me of like, like this is Heated Barrel. This reminds me of Cowboys of Wild West, Moo Mesa, which itself is inspired by, of course, the classic Konami Sunset Riders game. This game actually looks fast, furious, and a lot of fun. Look forward to that coming out. When it comes to Heated Barrel and all these other games, so Toki was released today, October 7th. That is the giant monkey game or ape game that you see here. Blood Brothers will be released on October 14th. Cabal, which is the soldier game, that'll be released on November 4th. And then Heated Barrel will be released on November 11th, all in the iiRcade game store for you to purchase and download and play on their arcade console system. What I liked about today's news was we got confirmation of multiple games coming to the system, as well as release dates and approved tentative release dates for each of the game, 1 game per week, over the next few Fridays. Hopefully they'll mix in some other additional games in between. I'm assuming because they got all this worked out with the owners of the TAD license, that they were able to go ahead and secure, giving us an actual schedule. This is the kind of stuff I want to see from iiRcade, being as transparent with consumers as possible, and letting them get excited about what is potentially going to be released coming down the road. Hopefully, again, there will be some really, really big titles coming soon to this platform. I know a lot of us are waiting for some of those titles that'll really make your eyes pop, bug out of your head, and say, I really want to play those games on this system, or in fact, purchase the system if you haven't purchased it already. These games by themselves look like they're fun to play, and definitely worth checking out in my opinion. The one issue or concern I do really have, though, is that the Toki game, which was released today, was $9.99. And when you think about it, if all the 4 of these games are going to be $9.99, you're talking about $40 for all of these games. I'm hoping all the games will have different prices. If iiRcade does decide to price all 4 games at $9.99 a piece, I really don't see how these could be worth $40 for all 4 games put together, considering the age, quality, lower popularity than some other bigger name arcade titles and IP. It just seems like that could potentially be too expensive in my opinion. This is why I think when it comes to some of these bundles, I would love to see, although iiRcade has said it time and time again, that they are not interested in doing bundled packages with their IP holders for games. But this is stuff where it would be like great to say, hey, you know what? You could buy one game for $9.99. You could buy, 2 games for, $10. You buy all 4 games for, I don't know, $20, something of that nature, right? $5 a piece, you get a deal, and you buy them as a package versus a la carte. It would be nice to have the ability to purchase these games a la carte, as well as in a bundle. I think iiRcade can make that happen in the future, and I hope they consider doing that because their business model does need to evolve to continue being successful just like any other business in the world. I'm going to shut up now and just play the audio here so you guys can see what these games are all about. Sometimes you got to hear them to truly get the experience and get a good idea as to what these games are if you've never heard of them before. But I definitely want to get your guys' feedback below. Let me know what you think about these games coming to the iiRcade platform and all that kinds of stuff. If you enjoyed the quick news update video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.